Well, hello. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed your holiday time. I haven't had a chance to record and to edit since the start of the big holiday season. So this is my chance to get back into the game. So there's going to be a little bit of me, kind of like every episode, where I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Oh yeah, the thing I wanted to do is, I know this is going to get done before the season starts up. And I might as well put this to 0. This should be enough flow rate, but I want to get this done too. So this up here, and I want to get the levee to come across here. And then I do, let's see, I do that, and then I just replace this with floodgates like that. And then I might also have to then do another path over here, another stairs down here. That way I can get a floodgate over here. Or sorry, not a floodgate, a string gauge. This is pretty close to being done. They should get this at some point. I want to make sure to get, I think I want to build up my power pretty substantially. And I kind of want to get my, where is it? These flywheels, the junction also, the mediums. I want to get the medium flywheels because I kind of want to build like a big ladder of power for storage, or like a big tower here of flywheel storage, just so that I can do a lot of my, like, build out my windmills here, build out a big storage of power with the flywheels, so that this could be where I do the bots and they have their power for it. Because this is what, 205, 204. So this is 612 power, these 3 wheels, plus this is 69. Nice. What is the max output of these? 150? Or that's supposedly maybe the average. So yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of these in order to power all the stuff I'm gonna want to do with it. Oh yeah, food situation. I gotta make sure my food situation's okay. Let me start planting back my potatoes in this region. Almost done with the drought. I was thinking about having another little location for food, at least for now. I don't know, I think I might be okay. This still might be enough food for as many beavers as I have. And the big thing is going to be, what is the refinery? Where are you, refinery? I'm going to need maple and extract for catalyst. So that's not really like a food that I'm going to eventually use. More just potatoes, if I can find ways to grow more potatoes. And then I think here I could probably also get rid of these levees, just so that the water that comes through can actually push down into this area. And I have 921 science. Do I have any excess workers? What is my excess worker amount? Not crazy. What I might end up doing is getting this guy. That's going to increase the amount of people I need to feed. I'm going to probably need to expand my food more. What would be the best way to do that? I'd like to do it probably alongside one of these pools to keep it so that, like, it's at least somewhat sustainable through a drought. I might just be here, just plant another little patch of potatoes. Even though this is pretty far, I don't really have a pool here that I can rely on. What is dynamite situation? 600, be 1,000 just to start getting dynamite, and it takes Badwater, just Badwater. If I want to do more, I'm gonna need extract, I believe, get to the higher levels, but just Badwater. I could put a Badwater tank here, or I could just do the rig. What is the rig? Where's my Badwater rig? But the rig probably, where's the Badwater stuff? Here. It seals it. I could probably just do this one to have the Badwater rig on it. Yeah, because I don't necessarily want to seal this location. I could set up a dome. Maybe the dome works the same way as the Iron Teeth works, where it's just kind of like where the water flows out continuously. And that might be worth it. I'm definitely going to need more science to be pumped out. I could set up the observatory already. I kind of want to have the observatory out here. Kind of this path comes out and then build like a big on stilts location where I'm going to put the observatory, and I'll put some windmills around it, have that connected to some flywheels to store the power. Still might end up doing that. Let's see. What is 1K is the observatory? Oh yeah. Let me connect that path. Let's see here. Stream gauge, not water alarm. Stream gauge is 150. And I'm going to need this. Where can I put it? Do I want it? Okay, how is the water flowing? Water flows. This looks like it might be, yeah, it might just be center is the best. I might have some contamination that kind of goes through. And I don't quite have this center or this, let me see, it's 4 or 5. I might just, for OCD sake, put one here. That gives me 5 on one side, and let me put 5 on the other side. Let me get another floodgate right here. And hopefully, they made these stairs. They're probably working on this stuff. It does look like that. They're putting these things together, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with this getting progress through it, getting it done. Food is still pretty low. Where is some of this stuff is ripening up. If it wasn't for the fact that like this isn't gonna stay, actually no, because I still need all this to get put together. I was gonna say this isn't, this one deep layer isn't gonna stay through droughts. I could put in the aqua farmers. The only hesitation would be I would need to get all of this in this layer here, which might be worth it to push. That way I can get like an aqua farmer in and just be able to do the spatter dock and almost probably just spatter dock, because that could also be a refined material for my future bots. You know what? Yeah, I think I am going to, I'll let them finish this, and I'm going to push down this stuff to get worked on. Hopefully this can get done. Can I reach all of that? Nope. Let me get another little path to kind of come up and loop around so they can get to actually building all that stuff. Let me get this here. Up. Cool. Now I'll let them build all that out. What's waiting on this? Waiting for planks to get made. Logs are still okay. My scrap is pretty high. Food has grown and is picking back up in storage. Still want to get spatter dock done. That way I can sustain like the further growth that I want to have with this other triple lodge. Okay. And then my log demand hasn't beaten out my ability to cut down all of these things. I only have one. Oh, is there only one logger in this area? Where can I put another one? Right there. Let's get another logger here so they can start cutting that stuff down. There's a long travel that these water dumps need to do in order to get the water to here. There isn't like an easier path to get. They have to travel all the way down here to this water resource. They can't grab any of this stuff. So I might want to, if I kick up this water pump so that he can get this. So if I just like put it on stilts, so he can actually grab this water, they would just have to run here instead of running all the way down to here in order to get water. Or I could just build another one. I could just build another thing here and get a water pump. Can I get one of these spiral stairs? Oh yeah, I could do F like that. There we go. That'll get built relatively soon. But that might be for the next cycle. Hopefully I don't have another bad tide. In case, let me actually make sure that this floodgate gets built. And of course, I messed up again, and I shouldn't have gotten rid of this, especially if there's a bad tide incoming. Should have left these levees here. I got rid of it when I needed to. Man, it's almost like I don't learn my lessons.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
And I just kind of like, granted, it has been a minute. It has been a couple of days for me since I last recorded. So, you know, my bearings and everything are not all quite there. But still, you know, I feel like I don't learn the lessons well. And that's on me, for sure. What are they using planks for? Oh yeah, all this stuff. Maybe? Oh, right here. They grabbed the planks for that floodgate. Now let's see if I have to rush them to make levees, because I messed that part up. Hopefully it's just another drought and I don't have to deal with another bad tide. This is gears. Am I out of gears as well? No, I have 130 gears. I might need to make another, what do you call it? Okay, it's just a drought. Lumber mill. Huh. I wonder also if I should carry power under to get to this other side. I'm going to need to get dynamite. What was the Badwater rig again? What was it was 4K. Man, I thought it was going to be like, at least in my memories of like doing bots, and if I was to like singularly focus on getting bots that are like, oh yeah, I'll knock that out easy. Won't take long to get bots done. But man, it's actually taking me some time to get the bots figured out. Oh, I'm also super low on my available workers. Huh. A lot of these guys. I can get rid of this fluid dump for now. I'll pause that. Probably the extra logger also that I put up here. Pause those two guys so I can get some extra workers back down here. All of these water pumpers. I probably should just need to get rid of one of these, or at least pause one of these guys and just get big tanks up. Kind of did that in one of my other series, which is there's a bunch of different ways to solve these like water problems and like low water issues. Sometimes it's just a matter of like storing more water. As long as you can store more water, you should be able to deal with higher populations. Because I have these like smaller tanks, these are getting built. That is done, but it is not connected. Go here. Okay, so still just have 2 available workers. It's all this too. I could probably lower both of these farm workers to get just 2 apiece. So I'm at 4 instead of just 3, and at 2 different locations. I should focus one at harvesting and the other one at planting. Metal blocks is still not being constructed. This is still needs more planks. I could use another plank guy. Do I want to wait in order to get the power to come over here? I could also just move power. Drought started. Okay. How am I getting all of these? All of these different disparate things. I need to get them done. I need to get things moving. I want to collect bad water, but I'd rather do it with a rig than necessarily just pumping out this area. But for now, I might just put a pump here in order to get to it. I need a ton more science in order to get the flywheels, because the medium flywheels is kind of what I want to do to store power. Where's all this stuff at? That floodgate is up. Cool. This is going to be done shortly. Then I have to monitor my water levels to make sure that I'm not flooding out this whole area, because this is only so many outlets that I have for water. But I think I'd much rather have the outlets back here than put in more outlets over here. Okay. Let me get started on a couple different things. Is this worth it to do It's 3 tall, so they're gonna have a problem doing getting the ladder up there. Double platform. Kind of don't want to spend too much science, but gotta spend science to make science. Okay, and let's get this right here. Okay, once I get this built, I could get a Badwater pumper over in this area. This will eventually become a Badwater rig. And then, let's see, they're getting this stuff built. I kind of want to be able to push power out to this side so I can start building on this side. I could do it through this building, actually. This building gets done, I could just start swinging power around. It might be what I end up doing. And if I do maybe universal power, it could just be this guy. So if I build, okay, this is all 50-50. So I build one here. If I build a stilt here, I can get this guy to move power out across here. And then I can have the cap piece to get power from this building. And then from here, I can, let's say this is going to be the road. And then I can do here. This is the access to get further into here. This guy is going to help push power. And I might as well do this, a little T intersection in case I want to grab something else. Oh, I should probably label these as water. Water. Man, I almost fully drained all that storage. Let me actually get this pop and let me get a bigger water storage in here. Let me get a medium tank right there for water. I like these pit tanks. They're what, 60? I might move this log pile maybe somewhere else. This is going to take a bunch of planks, and I need more plank storage, more plank production in order to get this stuff built. And I'm only doing this so I can get more power to circle around here. This is good. This is still being worked on, probably, hopefully, at some point. Oh, they're building the stream gauge. Do I still have this at? Yeah, I still have this at the lowest priority. Let me get that off of the lowest priority. They can get to that. This is getting some amount of water to help deal with the droughted water. Still need a ton of planks. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get one. I'm gonna need to get it faster than getting this little thing built. So what can I do? What can I do for now? Let me temporarily, this is holding 1500 horsepower. I think it just gradually loses it over time. So even if there's nothing being like using the power currently, it'll still have a power draw because it's just like the way that the flywheel functions. It will just constantly lose power. I kind of want to temporarily build like lumberjack or a plank cutter over here. Gonna help deal with the plank demand that I currently have. But I am a little bit in like analysis paralysis. Let me just do it. So I have that, and let me get a lumberman over here. Let's kick this up so that gets done quickly. Food is still not great, but it's not terrible. This could probably also get kicked up a little bit. Got thirsty beavers. Okay, they're building all that up. What is worker situation? Cool, workers are building up fine. I probably can also pause the berry gatherer. 1.5k science. Currently a plank shortage. I wonder if I should move this log storage, if I should put another big log storage over here. I think I might end up doing that. I'm gonna need some stilts to hold up a large storage area for my logs. Let's do logs there. Sleepy beavers. I'm not overworking you guys. You guys are working 16s. I'll get you back up to 17s. But then, okay, where am I at with everything? This is 10 planks. All this stuff is all planked up. Okay, I might skip forward a little bit just to get some planks built up and get some of these other projects done. Actually, what I might end up doing also is getting another plank cutter, because I think my demand for plank is actually probably a much higher than I previously assumed. I'm gonna need a lot of planks. I'm gonna need to build out a lot of this area up here, a lot of area over here. So this is where I plan to put the observatory. This is where I plan to put the rest of the like bot construction area. It's gonna be kind of back here. I'm gonna have like a little, like probably a big tower of like flywheels either here or over here, kind of offshooting off of my little grid of windmills. That's gonna take a lot of science to get put together. Smelter's up, that's cool. So now I can start making metal, start storing metal here. It's in power saving mode because it doesn't have a waka. Where's my labor situation? Labor situation seems fine. Wood situation, or sorry, not wood situation. Food situation. I have this area locked off now, so I probably should. Oh, I wasn't really paying attention, but it looks like my water line is perfectly fine. I'm not having any outflow issues. Okay, cool. So let me get, I should have probably had this going already. Let me get a little offshoot here. Oh God. A little offshoot here. I'm going to get this little area there. And I could do like that. And I can get food, a little aquatic farmer. Is that the most efficient way? Maybe it's more like that. So maybe get this, and then if I do there, this is, you know, efficiency. More of just, you know, the essentially the first or second idea in my head. Not really overthinking it, not really like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm lying to myself when I say efficiency, because I'm barely thinking about that. More of just like, oh, this works. Oh, my brain, maybe. No, maybe more like this. Let's get the Spatadoc here and Spatadoc there. Even though when I get to the stage where I'm going to do the Nile system, this is essentially going to get ripped out. And more than likely, I'll just have the Spatadocs in some of these little pools and then maybe expand some of these little pools in order to get Spatadoc kind of growing in them. But I'm a little bit away from doing the Nile thing because that's going to take a lot of dynamite. And if I don't necessarily need to go use the thousand science resource to get dynamite done, I think I can hold off on that just for right now, just because I'd rather get bots, you know, a little further along than I currently have them. The bot factory is going to take, you know, 500, 900. Actually, I'm already ready to be able to do bots. I'm more saving to do the power demand for them. What is my current? I'm pulling 884 horsepower. This is what, 150 each. So it's 450 for the 4 of those, plus that. Yeah, I'm going to need to expand out my power network. So let's get here, here, here. And then there. Let me get the bottom floor and then that one. So I'm just going to expand it out like crazy. I don't have paper yet, so still sticking with these regular windmills versus the large ones. And let's get a bunch of small flywheels. Cool. Satisfying my plank demand pretty well. Decent amount of workers. They're just doing long haul trips to get this stuff done. Surprised that is the faster route that they're choosing. Maybe if I get a little bit more. That seems like it's not the fastest way. Come up and like they're coming up over and around this way. They're coming back this route. I don't know if they're all leaving that way. Oh, maybe a couple of them are. Maybe that extra little bit of road is what they needed to kind of realize that they were going pretty far to get that done. Still in a situation that if the bad tide comes up, I'm going to need to put those levees, you know, these levees back up, you know, just to make sure that I don't wash away all of my progress that I've started to do in a bad tide. But now this is 120 for that output. This is increasing my current output twice over. This is 4, so 4 more plus, you know, 2.5 times what I'm currently doing, which was about 800 to 1,000 horsepower. If I do be 2,000, so this here should even be enough to cover the initial creation of my bots. And as soon as this gets done, I'll put power back up here, and I'm going to get these 3. I need to put space for these 3 plank producers and probably another gear guy, because bots do take a lot of gears. 1 smelter might be able to cover what I need for bot production. Let's see. And what does he need? Why is he? Oh, because scrap is far from him. So he's not able to collect scrap because the scrap pile's over here. So he probably has to run all the way over there to get scrap. I might need to move my scrap piles closer. I'm just trying to think of where I could put the scrap pile. I might be able to just kind of shove it back here. Let's see if I get... Yep, and that's bad tide. Pause. What is the state of all this stuff getting done? Probably not as fast if I just get my levees back up here. And let's get these kicked up. And let's, just in case, get some 24s to get these levees up. Because this is a management game and I don't know how to manage well. Okay. That is getting worked on. What was I just going over? Was getting a closer location for my scrap pile. So I go like that. I do here. I can get a scrap pile over here. And I think eventually when I get a little bit more of this like set up well, I can probably blow away a lot of this stuff. And then what I could get into an underground pile, I might get into an underground pile by getting some of the like terrain and dynamite and kind of getting all that stuff like set up better. But I might need to actually turn off or blow away these stairs, or just click off this guy. Like get rid of this path. Because more than likely they're gonna fucking jump into this area just because, you know, beavers are the most intelligent creature on the planet. At least currently, yeah. I think I would imagine. Unless there's another, you know, game by Mechanistry where there's friggin' reptilian post-apocalyptic survivors, and then eventually there'll be a beef, there'll be a war. That'd be funny. They do a there is another game with another creature type. So another whatever creature post-apocalyptic is also trying to survive in a very similar kind of setting, but different demands because it's a different creature. And then later on they come up with an RTS or like you know, there's some sort of like offensive game between the two surviving factions. Okay, cool. I can lower your guys' work time, go back down to 16. This is set up so I don't have to worry about the bad tide flooding back into here. It's just going to get caught up over here. This will... I think I do need to manually control this guy because this is not done. Could I get that kicked up before the day's over? Okay, cool. So that's up. So I can actually probably pause here. Let me set up this stream gauge to go here. And this is going to be set height by contamination. So when the contamination is below 1%, this is going to be at low. When it's above 1%, it is going to be all the way up. Okay. I'm going to need to monitor that and make sure that's okay. And I think I might have to go ahead and cut off that path so my beavers don't go up here. Oh, yep, that closed. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing? You freaking idiot. Look what you made me do. You jerk. Okay. What's this stuff looking like? All this stuff is getting built over here. Cool. You know, this wasn't the most productive little game session because I was kind of a little bit getting my bearings back after the holidays, figuring out what I was working on, what I was doing. This is probably going to take a while before this gets cleared out. At least when the bad tide ends. Okay, this little expansion of my power should cover all of my needs for my bots. I am now producing way more planks than I need to. They need to get all this stuff together, nice and tidy, get all of these things built. This path out to start collecting bad water so I can get to the stage where I'm going to be making extract for catalyst and also preparing for the future for the dynamite. As soon as this gets together, I can then start moving my all of my lumber related stuff over here. I'm going to need to move scrap, and I already have scraps set here so that my smelter isn't without his scrap. But yeah, hopefully the next episode is getting the bot factories up and going. I'm at 2.4K science. Do I want to spend that on the whole medium flywheel thing? No, I think I'm just going to continue to push to get the bot stuff done. This is plenty of enough science to get all that done, to get the science for everything that I'm going to need. So I think the next episode is going to be laying out the big bot factory as this stuff is getting done, moving over these little temporary lumber mills, and I'm going to need to get another gear hut over here because that's going to help deal with that demand for the bots. Cool. I think that should be good. Yeah, still making progress. The Badwater, you know, pusher and everything is all doing well. You know, Badwater diverter, pusher, got a huge, good, you know, clean area now. Setting up my aquatic farmers over here. They already have their stuff laid out for where they're going to put their food. Food is fine. It's not the best, but it's fine. The water is okay. I'm going to need to move these. Where's my, I have logs here. I can actually already get rid of this. And I can get rid of this whole setup. And I can put in another water storage here. Okay. Yeah. That should be good. This is fine. This is just a visual bug with how it handles water, how the game handles water. It's not actually leaking. But yeah. This works great. Exactly how I thought it would work. And also like this island, I think at one point I bandied about the idea of turning this into something, but yeah, look at it. As soon as it's, I cut off any of this like water that was leaching over that was keeping it somewhat alive, it's all dead now. Yeah, everything else in the map is pretty much gone. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Looks good. This is future Badwater rig. Probably going to put the dome here. Yeah. Looks good. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.